All right. Well, speaking of time and how we're ticking away the moments that make up a dull day, frittering and wasting the hours in an offhand way, while Tony Khan was kicking around on a piece of ground in his hometown, waiting for someone or something to show him the way. They had a Ring of Honor World Tag Team title match in the main event spot with the team of Aussie Oldham defending against Matt and Jeff Hardy. And I know it's hard to believe, Brian, but after this rest of this show, which was composed basically of jump starts and brawls, this match started with a jump start and pretty much digressed into a brawl. They didn't start the match until there was 8 minutes left on the air. And they did the first minute at close to 100 miles an hour as they could with a four-way and on the floor, and then went to the break and came back with 4 minutes left before the top of the hour. And that's where the announcers indicated that Tony Khan says we're going to stay with this till we're finished, which is another way of saying we're running long again. We can't manage our time. We've called the network and asked if we can please have a few extra minutes. But this time, for whatever reason, maybe this was planned. Maybe they said we need 5 extra minutes because my DVR recorded it without me doing anything irrational to it. So do you think this was a scheduled overage, Brian?
We have seen more overages in the last 2 months than we have in the previous 4 years. So I think there's something that's somewhat strategic.
They may just be saying, hey, we're going to give you an extra 5 minutes. Just quit calling us. Just, you're bothering us last minute. Fuck it. We'll just make it 2 hours and 5 minutes. But anyway, it was a match. Aussie Oldham, they've done nothing with. Particularly, they are interchangeable, more blah with another company's title belts. Matt and Jeff Hardy, How the Mighty Have Fallen. One of the most iconic tag teams of the last 30 years, and they're forced into doing a job to these two nobodies for a secondary or even thirdary championship in 8 minutes on this goddamn rotten program. Jeff is moving better than Matt. And I don't know that's a compliment. And finally, the heels hit Jeff with 2 shitty-looking double-team moves in a row that it looked like they botched up in different ways, and then pinned him. So a flat finish to beat an iconic name in the wrestling business with 2 shitty-looking double teams. And then they started doing a promo, Aussie Oldham, about MJF and Adam Cole, and nobody wanted to hear that, but here comes MJF and Cole, and they do the face-to-face and the big fight. And then here we go. Every cliched tease, dramatic tension builder, foreshadowing incident that's ever been done in wrestling was done in the last 90 seconds. Adam Cole goes to kick one of the heels while MJF is holding him. The heel moves, but MJF catches the foot. Then he and Adam Cole face off. Then MJF shoulder bumps Adam Cole as he walks by him. Adam Cole will not turn around and look at MJF. He's got his back to him because that's dramatic. MJF looks at the camera, pulls the diamond ring out of his pocket and puts it on his fist and looks over his shoulder. And then takes it off and puts it back in his pocket and looks over, hey, Cole! And Adam turns, and they hug and embrace. Is it a little much that at every obvious miscue, every innocent line, every breath, they get mad at each other kind of and threaten to turn on each other and then make up in full view of everybody when they've just been talking about how they're brothers and friends and family members and be vulnerable, take this journey with me, but oh God, the heel moved and you almost kicked me. I think I'm going to have to destroy you. Is it too much? As Mama Cornette would say, are they protesting so too much? When you kept denying that you had done something that she thought you had done, and you wouldn't leave it alone, she knew you had done it. That's not even a question, but it's a statement.
I was going to say, what are they? I don't know how that applies to this.
How they're constantly teasing, I'll turn on you, I'll turn on you, I'll turn on you, which is it too much? Is it too much?
For me, it is. Obviously, for you, it is. Again, the AEW fans are taking to this more than most of the things, if not everything on that show right now. But for me, it's too much, and it's too, not childish, but, you know, I hate when WWE talks down or treats the audience like, you know, they have to be talked down to. And it happens a lot. And when WWE is doing really well, usually that's not happening in that moment. This, in a sense, feels like that. But again, the AEW fans kind of want to go with that feeling. They want to be the audience talked down to, and they want to pretend like they believe, even though they don't.
Do you want us to talk down to you, little babies? I'm sorry, little baby. We talk down to you.
I think one way or another, whether you like this stuff or not, there has to be some sort of resolution at All In. And it can't be like, if they stay together as a team or as friends, this shit has to stop.
Yeah.
I'm behind you and I could super kick you at any moment, but I'll give you a hug.
You're behind me and I don't fully trust you, but I'm not going to turn my back, because that way, if you do fucking sabotage me from behind, I'll know that I was right in suspecting you, even though I'll be dead.
They better have a good ending for the pay-per-view.
All righty, we will say, and that's right, it's not even a finish, it's an ending. This is not a match, it's a story. So they don't get a finish, they get an ending.